Yeah, what's up? Welcome to Chillin with Friends and today's episode 19, and thanks for being here with me. As always, I hope you took this last week and you did something productive with it, but either way, it's in the books, right? Every day's a new day, so let's start kicking ass today. Anyway, dude, damn, let's talk about this storm, huh? Kind of crazy. Kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, I guess I was expecting snow, but I don't know if any of us were expecting that kind of craziness out there. Snow for me in general isn't really that big of a deal, but wind makes everything worse, and that wind was ridiculous. I'm actually going to show you guys a picture of my backyard right now, and damn, dude, and freaking knocked over part of my fence. Like, wow, when I saw that, I was like, how crazy, Apparently, those winds were strong enough to be categorized as like a category 2 hurricane, like those kind of speeds, and that's just kind of crazy. But honestly, I think, well, I'm hoping at least that that was the last storm of the season, and we're kind of going to start transitioning into spring because I don't know about you, but I'm ready for t-shirts and shorts and to be outside doing fun stuff rather than being stuck in the house. Winter for me in general has I liked it a lot growing up. Like, I don't know, I'm one of those people like when it's winter, I'm like, man, I wish it was summer. I miss shorts, and in the summer when it's freaking too hot, I'm like, oh shit, I wish it was kind of cold right now. So maybe I'm just one of those people that you know likes it both ways, but I don't know. I still like winter in general, but I'm getting less and less fond of it as I get older. That snow though, this snow out there right now is perfect. It's that perfectly dense snow, perfect for snowballs. And I'm just a big ass kid, so did I pick up some of that snow and throw a few snowballs? You're damn right I did. Uh, so that was fun, of course. But I hope your power stayed on. I hope none of your shit got destroyed. I hope you kind of just stayed inside and chilled because I heard the roads were terrible. People getting stuck everywhere, roads closed. So hopefully you just stayed home and chilled and did a whole bunch of nothing, watched movies, drank hot chocolate, whatever you like to do. Hopefully you did that. But anyway, let's talk about the Broncos because I love talking about the Broncos. And free agency has opened, and the Broncos have made a couple moves. First move they made was they signed right tackle Juwan James. He formerly played for the Miami Dolphins for the last 5 years. He's 26 years old. And, overall, I like the move. They made him the highest paid right tackle in NFL history. So that's a huge move. And overall, I mean, our offensive line does need help. So I hope that their evaluation of this guy is, good and that he actually turns out to be worth that kind of money. Free agency is tough in general because you end up overpaying for people. It's just kind of how the system works. But I hope that, he turns out to be good. If he does, it'll be nice because we'll have him on the right side. He's 26, and we'll have Garrett Bowles on the left, who's 26. Maybe they could both grow together from here. Garrett Bowles is kind of, he holds a lot. He needs to improve for sure. But if they turn out, to grow together or whatever from this point, it'd be nice because we'll have our left and right tackle for the next 5 to 6 years, let's say. And that would be nice to finally have some stability on the offensive line, which we've been lacking for a while. It sucks that Matt Parrott is left. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted with it. It sucks, and it's kind of I understand why. He played a ton these last 4 years. He's one of those people that just always played. He was hurt and still played, so I respect him a lot for that. But he broke his what was it? He broke his femur this year. So, kind of just injuries on top of injuries. So I don't blame the Broncos for not signing him, but it kind of hurts to lose your center, especially. Your center on the offensive line is like the quarterback of the offensive line, the leader making the calls. So it sucks to lose him. I don't know how they're going to fill that hole. Connor McGovern, that's what they say, but, we'll see. He was okay, he did all right. I don't know if they're going to draft somebody. I can see him doing that, but I don't know. But anyway, like I said, they got Juwan James on the right side. That was a big move. And the other move they made was they signed former Houston Texans quarterback Kareem Jackson. He's 30 years old, and we pretty much just swapped Bradley Roby for Kareem Jackson. Kareem Jackson is with us now, and Bradley Roby's with the Texans. Losing Bradley Roby doesn't bother me a ton. In my opinion, he was always kind of like okay. He was never a star. He was, the third guy behind Chris Harris and Aqib Talib forever. So he never really got a chance to, I guess, show how mediocre he was. Like, he had moments, he had flashes for sure. But would I say he's a top notch kind of guy? Number two? Nah, I wouldn't say so. So to see him go didn't bother me a ton. The only thing that bothers me a little with Kareem Jackson is that he is 30. In football years, once you hit 30, you're kind of old. You're about to go over the hill. I mean, quarterbacks, it's a little different story, but everyone else, once you hit 30, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of the end of the road. It's reaching the end of the road, at least. I don't know how many of you guys play Madden or if, any of you ever do, but when I'm building a team, as soon as the guy hits 30, I'm looking to get rid of him. You know, that's just me. But from everything I hear, he's probably the best tackling corner in the league, and that's something Vic Fangio is super big on as far as corners go. You have to, be able to stick your nose in there, and from everything that's reported, Kareem Jackson is gonna stick his nose in there and lay the wood. So good move there. And of course you know about Joe Flacco. The trade is official. He's here. He's having all these dudes, all three of these guys are having a press conference today. I think it starts at 10 or 11. So that'll be fun to hear what they're about. Joe Flacco's kind of a boring guy. He's not a super personality, whatever. He's kind of just plain boring Joe Flacco. But that's okay. I think the more and more I look back on Peyton Manning and those incredible 4 years, it's crazy because that guy had the personality, he had the leadership, he was a star, man. He was what every quarterback should try to aspire to be, at least one form of it. He was, he's the man. Joe Flacco, I don't really know what I expect. I expect either a playoff run, like let's go 10-6, let's go 11-5 and make the playoffs, or this next year I want him to suck hard and let's 2020 let's draft a quarterback. I've said this once, I'll say it always. In any sport you're in, you do not want to be in the middle. You do not want to be in mediocre land. For football, meaning 7-9, 8-8, 9-7. You do not want to be in that spot. Why? Because you're not going to get a high draft pick. It's not high enough to get one of these playmakers that's going to change your team as far as quarterback or, any position that's, high enough to change your team. You're not good enough to attract free agents because you're right on the cusp of making the playoffs, but you're not that good. You didn't, couldn't make it over the hump, and you're going to lose your star players. Why would a star player re-sign with you if, you're kind of just mediocre? Like, it's a terrible spot to be in, and it applies for all sports. Basketball, baseball, hockey. You just don't want to be in the middle, man. You don't. So this next year, I either want to make the playoffs or I want to suck hard as shit and I want to draft somebody. So let's hope for the best. So let's hope Joe Flacco can get us into the playoffs. I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah, I don't know. I think he could do it. Let's see. I'm more of an optimistic person than a pessimistic person, so I'm gonna say we make the playoffs this year. So mark that. What else is going on? I guess just big news in the NFL in general. Man, I wanted CJ Mosley bad. He was the middle linebacker for the Ravens these last 5 years. That guy's 26 years old and he is a beast. But he got paid big time for sure. He went to the Jets. I wanted the Broncos to get him, but to see how much he got paid, I don't think the Broncos were going to shell out that kind of money. So that was a bummer. The freaking Browns traded for Odell Beckham Jr. Dude, the Browns are going to make some noise this year. My whole life, pretty much, the Browns have sucked. Like when I talk with anybody who knows sports, like you want to make a joke about someone who sucks, you just say, what are they, the Browns? Like the Browns just suck. Side note, what's up with their logo? I don't understand. What's a brown anyway? Like every other team, I understand. The Broncos are a horse, like the Falcons are a bird. Like it's pretty self-explanatory. But what the hell is a brown? And their logo is an orange helmet. Like who designed that shit? A brown? I don't know. I don't understand. Their colors are ugly as shit. I mean, I like the orange, of course, but it's not as good as Bronco orange. And brown? Who the hell wants to wear a brown uniform? I don't know. That's a side note anyway. But I think they're going to be good, man. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to be a force to reckon with for at least. I mean, they have Baker Mayfield. That's what, when you have a quarterback, you are always in contention. And they have a quarterback now, finally, after missing so many times, but they finally have one and they surrounded it with a shitload of talent. So I have pretty high expectations for them. So we'll see what the hell happens with that. What else? Oh, okay. So with the Broncos picking up Juwan James, right tackle, and Kareem Jackson, quarterback, it kind of changes our draft plan because I've seen from all the draft experts, I've seen multiple like mock drafts where people thought we could take Jonah Williams, the offensive tackle from Alabama. Um, but I don't think with signing Juwan James to that huge contract, I doubt that's going to happen at 10. That would really surprise me. And I also saw a lot of people talking about cornerback like Greedy Williams or DeAndre Baker. There's one more that's rated pretty high from Washington. So I've seen people talk about that, but I don't really see it happening. If they drafted someone on the defensive line, I wouldn't be upset about that because we need some depth, and it's not like we picked anybody up. That was a difference maker in free agency. So I wouldn't mind that at 10. I also wouldn't mind if they moved back a little bit and picked up the best tight end in this class, according to everyone, which is TJ Hawkinson. He's a mix of a blocking and a receiving tight end. Like Julius Thomas, let's say, he was the last difference maker we had at tight end. He was definitely just a pass catcher. He was good at it, but he was that type. He was a pass catcher. And then a guy like Virgil Green, who we had for a while, he was just like more of a blocking tight end. This guy is a mix of the two, and it'd be nice to have. We haven't had a good tight end in a minute, and having a difference maker in the middle of the field is huge. It can seriously change everything, like it opens up people on the outside, and it, makes people fearful on the inside. So having a presence like that would be sweet, and I would like if they picked, I'd be pretty happy if they picked a tight end, because I'm just tired of these kind of half-assed tight ends. Like, sometimes we pick a guy and he's either injured and, he has a lot of potential, but he's always injured, or they kind of just suck. So I'm done with that. Let's finally get a good one, Let's talk about Joe Flacco. Let's talk about this team. But what else? What the hell else, yo? Nuggets won last night. That was cool. Last time I talked to you solo, one-on-one, the Nuggets, they were doing good. And then, like, last week, they had, like, a big losing streak. They lost 3 in a row. Then they won one, and then they lost again to Golden State. But they won 2 in a row now. They won on Tuesday against the Timberwolves, and they won last night. It was like a last-second shot, too. Freaking Nikola Jokic. The score was 199, and he hit a shot right at the end to win. So I love that guy, dude. It's cool to watch him grow. It's cool to watch anyone grow. Just like, it is cool to watch Nolan, cool to watch Chris Harris. It's cool to watch him be a star, man. He is no doubt an MVP candidate for sure. And, Nuggets keep on rolling. They're still in the number 2 seed. I don't know, man. I need them to win this year. I really, it's going to be cool that they made the playoffs. Like, good for them. That's just the first part, though. Like, yeah, you made the playoffs, but what are you going to do in the playoffs? You need to win. You need to. I would say right now my expectations are at least win a first-round series. Like, is that high of an expectation? At this point, I don't think so. Do I expect them to win an NBA championship? I don't know about that. But we need to at least get through the first round. Like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? Golden State worries me. They're just too good. Golden State, the Houston Rockets worry me because Harden has always had our number. Just that team in general, but Harden, that guy's a beast, man. He's, in my opinion, one of the best for sure in the league. Lakers aren't going to make it. Who else worries me? The Jazz worry me. They're just good. They've always played us tough. It's just kind of one of those teams that, it's just tough to hang with them. Just the way they play is it's just one of those things, just one of those teams. Sometimes everyone has a team, that just kind of gives you some trouble. But, whatever. Oh, I forgot to talk about Antonio Brown. The Raiders traded for Antonio Brown. Kind of sucks for us a little bit. We have to see him twice a year now, but it also sucks because Chris Harris, he's the man. I love him. He's awesome, But the worst game that he's probably ever had was against Antonio Brown, and now he's going to see him twice a year. Kind of sucks, like, I mean, it'll be okay, but it's just, he went to our division. It kind of sucks when a huge talent comes to your division. The Raiders also signed Trent Brown, the former Patriots tackle. They gave him a shit ton of money too. And Le'Veon Bell went to the Jets. Who else went everywhere? Free agency's crazy. Like I said, it's kind of I don't know. It's fun to see, new people. It's fun to. It's just fun to get new shit, right? Even just in regular life, like it's fun to get new shit, but it's kind of it sucks to have to overpay for it. Like it's just one of those things you kind of have to suck up sometimes. Just pay a shitload of money for it, get a new shiny toy, whatever. So Nuggets, well, they only got like a month left of games. I think last night I heard the playoffs start in like 30 days. So, you know, how many wins are they going to get? I don't know. Maybe 55? That'd be pretty dope. It's been a while since they've been that high. Avalanche still don't care. I don't know. I just don't want to pay attention. I don't know, man. I don't like hockey anymore. Maybe it'll catch my attention again in the future, but I just don't give a shit at all. Baseball, I think spring training is about to start, so that'll be fun to go to a couple games this year and see what they do. I've heard some freaking people say that they should win the World Series this year. Like, how about let's get in the playoffs first? Yeah, yeah, sounds good. I love when teams are good here in Colorado. It's the best, right? It's some people just don't care, but I feel like this. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but the city's kind of just more vibrant when a team is good. Everyone's all the bandwagon fans start coming out. Like, yeah, I see you bandwagon fans. Like, whatever, bro. We've been here forever, but you want to join and root for them? Whatever. Doesn't bother me. But that'd be exciting. So, shit, I'm trying to decide. Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna move to the first spotlight now. Total Tech. What is it? It's a company, a local company owned by a friend of mine who's going to help you with all your tech needs. You need a tech repair, you need anything tech. This is the guy to go to. From his words, right from his own mouth. They're local, they're not huge, but reliable. And it's the best price you're going to get in Denver. So, why wouldn't you go to a place like that and support a local business? I mean, you would, right? Just makes sense. Go visit their website, totaltech.com. They also have a Facebook page, and you can hit them up anytime. They'll give you the best service that, honestly, you don't want to go to one of those big corporate places. Why? Why would you do that when you can support a local business who's going to handle your technology with care, fix it, give it back, and be reliable for you? So, Total Tech, give them a like. Go check them out. And, yeah, Total Tech. All right, we're back, and I want to talk about those couple documentaries that came out recently. One about Michael Jackson and one about R. Kelly. I feel like with the Michael Jackson thing, haven't we all known? Like since I grew up as a kid, that was always a rumor that Michael Jackson's touching kids. Like, wasn't it known already? And like, I guess I don't know. It's coming out with this new documentary. Like, I guess it's just bringing it again, like fresh in our mind again. I don't know. I'm kind of like back and forth with it. Like, did he do it? I don't really know. I can't say it for sure. But the two people that came back out, with this documentary, it's a little sketchy because they testified for him in court, like saying that he didn't do anything. And I don't know. I guess it's a tough thing for me to say. Like, maybe they, I guess I don't really know the psychology of it, but I assume sometimes you stick up for your abusers and you don't really know why, and you lie for them and stuff like that. Like, is it a case of that, or are they just, is it kind of like a money grab kind of thing going on? I don't really know. It could be either one, but everyone's freaking out about it. I heard his Neverland, where he used to live, was like going for 100 million, and after this documentary came out, it dropped to like 30 million. Like this took a huge hit, which I don't know. I don't feel bad. Like, he's dead, so I just don't know what we're doing. What, like, I don't know. I don't understand. Is there new evidence? Is it just like another? Is this like a slam piece? Is this? I don't know, man. Because like I said, haven't these rumors been around our whole life? Like, haven't we all kind of heard this shit before? Yeah, right. Like, do we actually know that he did it? No, none of us really do. But we can all speculate. Whatever your opinion is, whatever. But my next question is, if you like his music, can you listen to it anymore? Or are you a bad person if you listen to it? I don't know where you stand on that. Personally, I don't know. I love some of Michael Jackson's songs, but I'm not going to go seek him out anymore. Not like I ever did anyway, so like nothing in my life is really changing. But if it comes on, my foot starts tapping and I start jamming to it, it's like, am I a bad person? Is there a separation of artist and person? Or are they all one thing? And like I said, am I a bad person for that? I don't really know. I don't really know. And same thing with R. Kelly. R. Kelly, though, that one's, a smoking gun. There's videos of him, peeing on underage girls, and he married Aaliyah when she was like 15. So that's a little less up for speculation. He's going to go to jail, dude. Like, it's shit ton of evidence. I don't know if you saw who was the interview with Gail King, I want to say, but he's freaking out. He's like, I don't even know how to hog tie. Like, just, just losing his shit, man. Like, I'm trying to build a relationship with my kids. Like, dude, you look like a big ass crybaby, first of all. And second of all, there's videos of you doing this shit. What do you mean you didn't do it? I don't understand. With him, like, I liked some of his music too, but I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I don't care to not listen to it anymore. Doesn't bother me. Like, but should like companies go the next level? Like, should everyone remove his shit? But if we start doing that, are we gonna start looking at every artist of all time? Like, I don't know if we think that every artist is clean, because highly doubt it. I'm sure one of the artists that you like has probably done some shady shit. I don't want to say pedophile stuff, but they've probably done some shady shit to somebody. You know what I mean? So where's the line? Are we gonna start? And like I said, is there a separation of artist and person, or is it all one thing? Not really sure. But we can all agree, R. Kelly, he did it. He's gonna go to jail. It's crazy how even in jail, like, there's a code amongst criminals. It's like, murderer, you're right. Bank robber, you're right. Uh, whatever you did, you're pretty much all right. But all those people in there are not okay with pedophiles. You're gonna get stabbed. So R. Kelly's lucky that he's rich and he's not gonna end up in the general population. Because if he was, he would get stabbed for sure. So, I guess we'll see what happens with that. I don't think he could pull a Takashi 69 and just snitch and get out of it. Who he's gonna snitch on? He made sometimes that's just what it is in life, right? You make your bed, you gotta lay in it. Like, he got away with it for a long time. He was probably doing this for the last 20 years. That's a thing too. Like, another video came out last week of him doing, peeing on another girl. Like, this isn't a one-time thing. So, I mean, you did it while you did it, and you got away with it, or whatever you did. You fucking like held girls up in your basement and didn't let them leave. You did a lot of crazy shit, and you got away with it for a while. But like I said, you make your bed, you gotta lay in it. So don't feel bad for him. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Michael Jackson's already dead, so I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't really know. But anyway, what else is going on? I'm still on probation for now. I'm like on the bare minimum. I still have to call every day for a UA, and I have to meet my probation officer once a month. Not a huge deal. Um, I did ask though to get off early of probation, and so we'll see how it goes. I asked my lawyer to file a motion for me to get off early. I've done everything. I haven't had a bad UA. I went to my treatment classes and finished that. I'm done with those. Um, Worst case scenario, I'll be off May 1st, but I just don't really understand why I wouldn't get off early. I mean, like I said, I've done everything. I think I've repaid my debt to society for being a criminal. Like, I followed the rules to the T. So I hope I'm gonna get off early. But worst case scenario, I'll be off May 1st, and that'll be a good time. I'm excited to I don't know. I'm excited to not have to call that stupid number anymore. Just the little things, like, it became a part of my life over these last 10 months or whatever. But it'll just be cool to not deal with it. You never know how good you have it until shit changes, right? So I'm excited for that. Overall, the experience, just this whole year. So last January, I fucking had to be in jail for a couple of days. So huge moment in my life to understand that I need to act like the person that I want to represent. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get angry and you let, sometimes things cloud your judgment, and, you act on emotion, and that's not okay, because at the end of the day, I'm in charge of me, you're in charge of you, Just because we're feeling certain emotions doesn't mean you can lash out. Like for me, that's pretty much what I did. I was upset and I let my emotions, take over for just a split amount of time. When I could have walked away, I could have handled it differently. I didn't, and you know, that was my fault. So like I said, overall, good learning experience. I'm glad that it happened. That's weird to say, but I am glad that it happened because I feel like a better person now going forward in my future relationships. I know how to handle myself different because you can't. If you're trying to control someone else, you're already gonna lose, man. You're not gonna control someone else. But if you can control yourself and be happy with yourself, those are the two keys, right? Um, if you're trying to look for love and not be cool with yourself first, you're not in love with yourself. It's kind of a weird spot to go about it. So love yourself first, understand yourself and how to, control you, and then you can, love someone else and whatever. So I'm excited for that. This podcast got born out of that. Like after I was kind of like, I'm gonna try this shit. Dude, I need more guests on. Jesus Christ. I was gonna have Diet Blonde on. Their band. They're from Brighton. I don't know much about them yet. I checked them out, and they have a cool sound or whatever. But I don't know anything about them, so I'm gonna have them on. I was supposed to have them on this week, but this storm came. We are gonna have them on Wednesday, and of course that was the day that the everyone turned into a White Walker that day. So I'm gonna have them on sometime next week, I'm sure. I was gonna have them on, then I hit up another guy and he was down, but then he went and tested out the roads. He's like, "Nah, dude, you can't make it." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't blame you." So, but yeah, I need more guests on because this is fun, like talking to you one on one or whatever. But I don't know if you've ever tried it to just sit there and talk to a camera about your thoughts or whatever. It's not easy. It's a weird thing to try, like whatever. But I'm excited to have more guests on, and hopefully Diet Blonde will be next week or the week after. And I'm gonna get just people. I love talking to people. This podcast is fun as shit for me. So whatever. Today I started The Gunslinger, the first book in the Dark Tower series, and I've always heard that that whole series is amazing. So, and I've always loved Stephen King. He's a great writer, in my opinion. My favorite book so far, I don't know. I've checked out The Stand. The Stand was phenomenal. I mean, of course, right? 11/22/63 was a really good book that I enjoyed. He had this collection of short stories. It was called The Bazaar of Bad Dreams. Like I said, it was like a collection of, I don't know how many, maybe 25. I don't know. But it was a bunch of short stories, and those are cool. He's just a good writer, man. So I'm checking out The Stand. Not The Stand. The Gunslinger. I'm going to check out the whole series. Honestly, I just find recommendations on YouTube. I look up a lot of shit on YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't know how about you guys, but I don't have cable. What do I need cable for? Who watches news, like regular TV news? Old people? If you're young and you watch cable, I'd be surprised. Like, I mean, nothing against you, whatever. It's your life, but I just would be real surprised if anyone my age or even like, older, like who watches cable anymore? I don't understand. But anyway, oh yeah. So The Gunslinger's cool. And what else? Oh, I don't really know. I've never been a huge like read books kind of guy because my vision sucks ass and I'm blind to shit. So that wouldn't work. But I love listening to audiobooks. So I listened to, and I didn't know I was a big fan of sci-fi until I gave it a shot. The first sci-fi book I listened to was Ender's Game, and that was maybe like a year ago. And that was cool. I liked it. And then I listened to the Illuminate Files. It was a series of 3 books, and that was another sci-fi book, and those were all good. There was 3 of them. And I just finished another sci-fi series, Red Rising by Paul Brown. That was a really good book too. Another 3-part series, and dude, I had no idea I enjoyed sci-fi until I gave it a shot, and I do. I think I want to get into like some kind of modern mystery kind of stuff, like This World, because sci-fi, it's cool, but it's like space and dystopian kind of worlds or whatever, and those are fun, of course. But I think I want to get into some like modern This World kind of mysteries and stuff, just for fun, just to see if I like it. Yeah. What the hell else, man? What the hell else? I don't know. River Run, we're still working on. I think we're kind of. I don't know. I like being in that band because they listen to my ideas. I have a lot of ideas about shit, but I've told you before we're working on our double album. It's gonna have like 30 songs on it. But the more and more I'm thinking about it, I feel like we should just release them one at a time, like every week or every 2 weeks, and promote that song for that week. Because I just feel like releasing 30 at once they're gonna get lost in the shuffle, Like we can still promote each one or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like giving each one a week to breathe and like I don't know. It was just an idea I had. Like I feel like it would be better to do one rather than releasing them all in a bunch. My first idea was to cut it in half into two albums, like a 15 and a 15, which could still work. Like I think, and then my next idea was break it down even smaller and just do one by one, and then eventually I feel like we can put them in a catalog. Like because we have a bunch of different stuff. We have metal, rock, punk, country, blues, EDM, rap. So like to release it on an album might throw people off, and then if we do it one by one, I feel like we can market it properly. Like because not everyone's gonna like everything we do. Some of you might like my rap. Some of you might like our metal. Some of you might like country. Some of you, maybe you like all of it. It just depends. But I want to market it the right way. So like when you click on it, you're like, what the fuck? This is totally different from what I heard last week. Like it will be, but it'll be shown to you before that. You know what I'm saying? You'll understand where we're going for and where it's going. So that's the direction I want to go with that. I don't know, man. This might be a short one. I don't know what the hell else is on my mind right now. Shit. Oh, dude. Our roommate's moving out. That was kind of a surprise. Like, not a huge deal, but he's moving out a couple months earlier than we thought he was gonna move out. So these next couple months, April, May, June, we'll have a new roommate in July, but April, May, June are gonna be a little weird. No, not in a bad way. It'll just be me and Josh here, which not a big deal. Got to pay more, which whatever. But it'll just be weird. Like not a huge deal. Corey was a good roommate. Always paid on time. Nice guy. Didn't really say much, but not a huge deal for me. I guess I'd rather have someone that's kind of doing their own thing than like up my ass all the time. So he's a good roommate while it lasted, and we'll see where it goes from there. I think CJ, the guitarist in Flaccid, my second band, he's gonna move in, so that'll be fun. Me and Josh have lived together for a while, but to have another band person here, we can practice all the time. We can hang out and do whatever. It'll be pretty cool. So if you're watching this far, this is random as shit. Yep, that's it. I'm done for today. So, as always, if you want to come on the show, let me know. We'll plan it out, set up the lights and the camera and shit. Check out Total Tech. I already talked about them, but check them out because it's a cool business, man. And that's it. Thank you for watching. This is Chillin with Friends. I'll talk to you later.